Welcome back.
Hey there, welcome back to this Pokemon Scarlet Surprise Trade Crochet Badge Quest, where I'm surprise trading a Pokemon before each gym, Titan and Team Starbase, and then crocheting the Pokemon I receive each time. Previously, I got traded a Ditto, and with its partner Mismagius, it took down Ryme's Ghost-type gym to earn our 7th badge. Ditto ended up being a simple design to make, so I'm looking forward to seeing what I'll get traded next. Our recently caught Greavard gets sent out to Andy, and in return I get Electrode. This fully evolved Kanto Pokemon is actually our first electric type and has the simplest design to crochet. Our new Electrode is level 45, so it might need a tiny bit of training before our challenge. It's a Korean Electrode, named Boomball in its native language, and has a water terror type and a calm nature. My last 3 options for challenges are Grusha's Ice Gym, Ortega's Fairy Starbase, and the False Dragon Titan. I opt for the last one, as Boomball will have the advantage against the Dondozo, and the water terror typing should help tank some hits. This challenge will finish up the Path of Titans, almost completing Arven's questline with Mabostiff, and solidify most members of our team for that upcoming Arven fight. Just to recap, each path, Victory Road for the gyms, Starfall Street for the Starbases, and Path of Titans for the, Titans, has a final fight against a strong trainer or trainers. I used the Pokemon that completed the respective challenges as part of the team for their final fights. So my team for Arven will be Electrode, Iron Treads, Delibird, Go-Goat and Armarouge, as they all defeated Titans, with the final spot being taken from the gym challenges since that consists of 8 Pokemon. As Boomball bulks up for the challenge, let's break down his design for Crochet.
Ball.
Electrode is just a ball, 1 half red, 1 half white. He has a signature smile, beady little eyes and expressive eyebrows. The colours I'll use for Boomball are red and white. I begin with the white half. I make a large circle and work up until I feel it's big enough. I can then switch to red and basically reverse what I've just done. Playing Who's That Pokemon is actually quite difficult when the Pokemon's design doesn't lend itself well to being a cryptic clue. I thought posting the Electrode upside down could fool some people into guessing Voltorb, but I did get a fair amount of Jigglypuff guesses.
Obviously, it's an Electrode.
And the answer is a Jigglypuff seen from above.
Electrode appeared in the last video, quite near the start. Have you found the next Pokemon in this video? During the time of filming, I was cat-sitting for my sister's 2 cats. They mostly left my yarn alone, but did get very curious about the camera. I fill the ball and then I can make the mouth. I make a slightly off-centre smile to stitch onto the red section. Then I embroider on the eyes and eyebrows with black yarn. Electrode is known for being the fastest Gen 1 Pokemon, and so, just as speedy, I'm done with crocheting the ball. If you're worried about Voltorb missing out on the fun, I actually crocheted a small Voltorb ball over Christmas, so this does complete the line. Zapping back to the game, I enter Casseroya Lake in search of our Titan. I'm actually so glad I got to do this Titan on the Switch 2 rather than the Switch 1, because the lag in this particular area is so bad on the older version. I can comfortably swim around and make my way to the small island where the Titan is lurking. When we reach land, we're met with some Tatsugiri who are trying to tell us something.
What do we have here? The building blocks of Shishi.
shishi meat, peaches, and guacamole.
What's up?
What's up?
I battle them and make my way up to the Titan, this larger Tatsugiri. It is immediately swallowed by a fellow Titan, the huge catfish Dondozo. Boomball hits out with a discharge, doing quite a bit of damage, but we're hit back with a massive aqua tail, cutting Boomball's health in half. A second discharge ends the first part of the battle, and Dondozo swims away. I take chase, avoiding the swarms of aquatic Pokemon and finding the Tatsugiri once again. The Dondozo opens up the Herba Mystica cave, and the Tatsugiri heads inside to feast upon it. We're joined by Arven for one final time as the Tatsugiri returns and begins the second battle alongside the Dondozo. I terrestrialise on turn 1 to give Boomball the water typing, hopefully cutting the damage on those hard hitting water moves. I leverage Boomball's high speed stat to hit an Electro Ball, a move that does more damage the higher the user's speed is than the opponent's. This takes Dondozo down to half health, and it focuses Arven's Greedent, allowing us to finish it off easily the next turn. With the Titan down, Boomball has completed his challenge. Wait, what's this? The Tatsugiri is back, and it now wants to battle with us. I terrestrialise again and hit out with a discharge for, frankly, pathetic damage. But it at least paralyses the Titan. It bypasses the paralysis, however, and uses Muddy Water. Boomball is lucky enough to avoid the attack, but a critical hit takes out the Greedent, leaving us to take on this Titan alone. I hoped that the paralysis would mean that Electro Ball would do a lot more damage, but it's pretty much on par with a discharge, and to make matters worse, Tatsugiri lowers our speed with an icy wind. I go for a mix of discharge and Electro Ball until I get the Titan down to half health. It seemingly never got paralysed and keeps hitting back at Boomball, getting us to low health. My choices are to heal up and keep chipping away at the Tatsugiri, or I could click Explosion and pray that it's enough damage to win the battle. I decide to explode, letting Boomball go out on their own terms. This is it. Well, that was disappointing, but well done Boomball for trying. I send out the ever-reliable Azumarill to finish the Titan with a single super effective play rough. Arven leads us into the Herba Cave to find the final Herba Mystica, Spicy. This is his final sandwich and last effort to try and heal up his Mabostiff. The sandwich gives Koraidon the ability to scale walls, but more importantly, how does it affect Mabostiff? It seemingly has no effect, and Arvin comforts his friends before trying to think of a new solution. I want to let this next part play out because I think it's one of the best moments in Pokemon. With Mabostiff healed up and Koraidon are nearly at full power, we get a call from Professor Sada. She tells Arvin that he's the only one able to get into her lab on Pokepath and to bring me there. Arvin is obviously angry with his mum, reaching out like this after ignoring him for so long and only to ask for a favour. I think Arvin is one of the best characters Pokemon has created, not only giving him an incredible story, but a great character arc too. Our time with him is almost up, and I'll meet him on Pokepath once the rest of the challenges are over. Outside the cave, I catch a Tatsugiri for trade. My penultimate trade. It's almost over. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.